What's up, guys? It's your boy Scion, and I'm back. And a friend of mine from the past, very cute young lady, decided to kick me in the butt a little bit and say, "You're a PvP MMO player. How come you didn't do a top 10 for the PvP?" And I was going to, but I ran out of days. And then she basically said, "Well, that's no excuse. Just do it afterwards. So nobody's gonna really give a F." So here we now, my list is probably not going to agree with your list because I'll do it based off of skill, population, and just the overall feel of the game. So sometimes that might be different for everybody. Everybody has their different opinions when it comes to that, and that should be respected. Now, as far as this list, I kept it pretty simple, and there's some games that got left out, and I'll mention them at the end because you can't fit everything into 10 on a top 10 list. Like, it's just going to be like that. It's just going to happen, and it's just something that you got to deal with. So we're going to get right into number 10, which is what you just seen, Rift Online. Now, Rift Online, of course, is going to be, people are always going to say the World of Warcraft comparison, and it's fair because it's along the same type of template, it's along the same type of class structures, but Rift did a little bit better with the planner system, and the planner system makes things a lot more fun, and you won't necessarily face just the same people all the time. Especially with my planner system, I was pretty OP at one point. I had the most in the world, literally, and I just gave it up, and yeah, this happened. But still have fun with the game, and it's just one that deserves to be on the top list, at least at 10. So number 9, we have C9. Now, C9 unfortunately isn't the best game right now, but as far as PvP, I think it is one of the best for PvP. Now, you know, a lot of people gave up on it, and I remember so many people when this game first came out in Korea wanted to play this game and said, "Oh my god, look at the PvP, like look at these combos right here and these skills, like that's craziness." Look at all that. That's like, C9 is awesome when it comes to PvP. It's a high skill level, but unfortunately it's just one of those games that I don't know what they're gonna do as far as, you know, the population, because it's really low population right now, and that's kind of sad because it deserves a better fate than that. And you know, that's why I got number 9. So number 8, Age of Wushu. Now, you just seen me do a video on this with Age of Wushu, and this might be one of the best tactical PvPs on the top of this list. It's very fun when you actually get into it and get into like the combo system, and it's a little bit rock paper scissors. It's not totally like that, you know, something is always going to beat something else, and skill comes into it, timing comes into it, tactical awareness, area movement, like as you see right there, like the parrying, and just knowing where your character is going to be, you know, stuns, guard breaks and stuff like that. As you see, you know, her going up in the air and kind of fake him out a little bit. Very tactical, and it's a fun game. So now we're moving on to number 7, which is Guild Wars 2. I know some people are not going to agree with how far this slipped on the list, and the main reason why it slipped for me is because they didn't innovate when it came to PvP. But with that said, on the flip side, it's probably one of the best, if not the best PvP. It's just that, you know, when things get a little bit stale, you need to come up with it. So that's why it's a little bit far on the list, but that doesn't stop me from having fun. It's what I base my channel on, and I would always give them some props when it comes to PvP because this game is awesome. And those of you who are saying Guild Wars 1 is better than this, it's not. It's really not. Guild Wars 2 deserves the spot that it has, deserves to be one of the best out there, and it's probably going to be the best at the end of the day, so we'll see. So next we have Elder Scrolls Online, number 6. Now, the reason why Elder Scrolls is not higher, it does actually deserve to be higher, but one of the reasons is that they keep changing their champion system, and that kind of like confuses things. So every time the game gets a little bit solidified, they say, "Hey, well, we don't like the champion system," and yeah. But with that said, as you can see right here, like the Siege PvP and the normal one-on-one PvP is pretty good because you don't have a lot of skills to convolute everything, and it just makes things a whole lot more simpler. That it's going to be basically your skill positioning and what skills you use and what combinations you use according to what power you have, and you're either going to win or you're not going to win. It's going to be all on you at that point. Are you good enough in the PvP to beat the person, or aren't you? Are you fast enough? Did you get the proper position? Did you use the right skill? And that's what it should always come down to. So that's why I gave this game number 6. Pretty good. So number 5, World of Warcraft. Now, I know a lot of people go, "Man, what? World of Warcraft 5?" And I want to point out that roughly 3 to 8 can go either way on this list. But the reason why World of Warcraft is at number 5 is because it's like the king and the prototype for everybody else. Now everything above it kind of does things a little bit differently, but I consider this like the PvP and PvE king right now. That kind of like was the forefather that made it popular. I know everybody EverQuest and all that type of stuff, and yes, that is true, but WoW made it popular. WoW made it $1 billion industry, so you got to respect it for what it is. Now as far as PvP, man, it's just always in this game, so I had to put it at 5. It can't go any higher, but it can't go any lower. So now for Black Desert. Now some people are going to probably be like, wow, why is Black Desert this low? But Black Desert is a lot of fun PvP, and it is what people tend to forget, and maybe I don't even think Black Desert even wants you to know, is that this is a PvP/PvE game. That's what it is. And with that said, the actual PvP in this game is fast, is furious, as you can see right here. It's a lot of tactical positioning. It's a lot of like being able to use your skills properly. Like this person right here is doing Blader about as good as you can do Blader right now, and doing a very good job. And that's what it comes down to most of the time with PvP. How good a job can you do? Are you the top PvP person? Are you playing properly? Like you do the positioning? Like are you hiding and trolling? Like pretty much like what he's doing right there. Like that type of stuff is what makes a good PvP game, when you can actually use tactical advantages like high and low, stuff like that. So pretty much we can go into number 3, Dragon Nest. Now Dragon Nest is boss when it comes to PvP and solo. Like look at this, like their arenas are crazy. It is so competitive, and you need to be good to win in this game. You need to be Twitch, like not like Twitch like the program, not the program, the website. You need to have Twitch fighting, Twitch mechanics, and be good on the fly. And like as you can see, like in this fight right here, this is 2 good gamers right here just going at it. And I like stuff like this. I like it when it's about who's good and who's not. Now there is a little bit of unfairness, like Cleric is just some cheese in this game. I love this game when it comes to PvP, and it's definitely one that should be up there. Number 2, Blade and Soul. Now, I know a lot of people are saying like, like why would you put this on the list? It's not out yet, but it's going to come out, and most of us like me have been playing this game for close to 6 years. So PvP, we kind of know what the PvP is going to be about. We know how it is, and this has some of the smoothest and most fun PvP where it's about the skill. Now again, it does have a little bit of imbalance in it when it comes to certain classes, but overall this game is one of the best when it comes to PvP and arena and ladder type of matches and stuff like that. It's going to be super fun. There's going to be so many people doing it. You're going to see that it's just going to be boss, and everything is going to be out there, and it's going to be crazy. So with that said, even though it's really great, it can't, because number 1 is Terra. Terra is the badass in the room when it comes to PvP. You need to be good in PvP with Terra, or you will not win. You will get your ass handed to you. You will get your behind kicked, and you need to learn how to aim, because this game does not auto aim for you. It's all about your skill. And I keep saying, when it comes to PvP, when it's about your skill according to who you're fighting and who you're playing with, that's what's up. That's what, like what you're seeing right now, this person doing right now, this is skill. And they're gonna end up taking people down based off of trolling and training and everything else, no skill, when they were pretty much at a disadvantage. This person's at a huge disadvantage right now, but they're still gonna do their thing. And that's when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. That's what I'm looking for in the PvP game. That's what I want, and that's why Terra is number 1 for me. Some people might disagree and think of other things that should be number 1, and that's all fine and good. And you may actually be right, but this is the way I feel about everything, and it's what it is. Now, a few games did not make the list, and it's mainly because I just couldn't put them on the list. It just wasn't enough room. Namely, Star Wars, The Old Republic, I couldn't get that on. Dungeon Fighter, which is very good PvP, couldn't get that on. Alod's, it's another kind of like WoW-like clone that I could not get on. Skyforge has some balancing problems, so I left that out as like just to give them a chance to get some balancing issues, squared away in that game. And Ion I kind of left out too, because it was awesome in the beginning, but then they fell for the Care Bear complaint, and pretty much, yeah, it just is what it was. So you guys be legendary, and I will see you next video, and hi to that death. I appreciate everybody who stops by and watches my channel. So if you'd like to see more of my videos, you can click the top right end card and see more of my videos on the playlist, or you can click the bottom right and subscribe to the channel. Once again, one love, and thanks for stopping by. Peace.